We've been fighting a long time, and we have all lost so very much, so many loved ones gone. But you are not alone. There are pockets of resistance all around the planet. We are at the brink. You have no idea how important you are. If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
Hello, everyone. I want to share with all of you a theory I've had. Now, this is going to sound out there, but it's the only thing that makes sense. Trump. He has been disregarding the nation's laws. What are they? Well, freedom of speech, for one. Free press. He's been threatening to revoke broadcasting licenses for media and reporters and all that, just because they're critical of Israel and the war. Now, he's also been disregarding international law. Now, I am not going to debate whether international laws are valid or not, because it's something all the nations agreed with when the UN was formed. Whatever our disagreements about the UN, that's what everyone agreed on, including the United States. Now, if you've heard, military officers in the army and the military branches have been telling those under them that this is a holy war that Trump has been ordained to bring about the apocalypse and hail the return of Christ. This has been reported. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. Now, what is standing in the way of the third temple being built? The Muslim community. Because that mosque is on the very Temple Mount that Second Temple once stood. And Israel has been trying to build it. Now, I think it's clear by now that Zionists have completely overrun our political system. Now, if anybody wanted to build that third temple, they would have to do it. The only way they could do it is to get Iran out of the way and force the other Islamic nations into submission, this war. Now, I think Trump actually believes that he is meant to bring about the return of Christ. I really do think he believes that, because it's the only thing that makes sense. He's been disregarding the nation's laws, disregarding international law, threatening, he even when his own agents and now the director of counterterrorism resigns, he still is going full steam ahead, ready to prosecute anyone who disagrees with the war, disagrees with Israel, calling them treasonous. Why would a man who swore an oath, to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, suddenly disregard all the laws he swore to uphold? Mind you, I don't have any proof of this. I'll be honest right now, but it's the only thing that makes sense. He really believes he can bring about the return of Christ. And the only way to do that for Zionists, from a Zionist perspective, is to rebuild that temple. And to do that, they have to get one of the biggest Muslim nations out of the way so they can demolish the mosque and do it. It's the only thing that makes sense. He actually believes he can force God's hand or bring about the end of Christ, or the return of Christ, which is the height of arrogance, because our Lord said, no one, not even my angels in heaven, know the day or the hour. So for him to actually believe he can actually do this and I really think he does think he can do this, is the height of hubris. I mean, I was thinking about it, and it's the only thing that makes sense. He thinks he's been divinely chosen. I don't believe he's actually malicious. I really think to use a metaphor, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Sure, bringing the return of Christ is the ultimate good. Wanting to do that is be a part of that. Who wouldn't want to be? But no one can force God's hand. No one can. Christ. How do I put this? The second temple was demolished because Christ ended the sacrifice of the temple, because he was the ultimate sacrifice. He is the fulfillment of all the Jewish laws and prophecies of the Old Testament. He is the fulfillment. So for him to believe that he can somehow bring about the return of Christ, again, I don't have proof of this, but it's the only thing that makes sense. Why else would he be doing everything Israel says? Why would he be going after Iran so hard? Even with China and Russia and North Korea pledging their military support to Iran. Mining and blockading the Strait of Hormuz. I mean, he has to know this is destroying the economy of the nation. The protective guardrails of the nation are collapsing. The world economy is about to be set in flames. He's willing to risk nuclear war. And I don't think it has anything to do with oil. I think it has everything to do with that third temple. And that third temple is supposed to somehow bring about the return of Christ. It's the only thing that makes sense. Again, I don't have proof of this. This is just my theory, but I don't know. Tell me what you think, because it makes sense to me. Anyways, God bless, Godspeed. Say that rosary every day, and see you on the other side.